Episode 386, Is AI Coming for Consultants?
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
Is AI coming for consultants? That's the question being asked after two major deals were struck this month. OpenAI has signed a partnership called the Frontier Alliance with McKinsey, Boston Consulting Group, Capgemini and Accenture. Meanwhile, Anthropic is partnering with investment giants including Blackstone through a new AI services venture and is working with major implementation firms to roll Claude into large enterprises and private equity portfolio companies. Hello and you're very welcome back to AI 6. I'm Joanne Sweeney on a mission to upskill 500,000 of you in just 6 minutes a day. Announced in February, the Frontier Alliance is OpenAI's Enterprise Partner Program. The four launch partners, McKinsey, BCG, Capgemini and Accenture, will help clients build, deploy and govern AI agents on OpenAI's Frontier platform. Anthropic is doing the same on its side, joining forces with Blackstone and other financial heavyweights to create a new AI services company that embeds Claude inside portfolio companies and beyond. So why are the AI labs doing this? Because they can't do it alone. OpenAI and Anthropic each have relatively small forward-deployed engineering teams compared to the global demand for AI transformation. They cannot get into every Fortune 500 boardroom, rebuild every workflow or manage the change inside every government department, but the consulting firms can. They have the relationships, the access and the people on the ground. So this is not AI replacing consultants. This is AI needing consultants, if you want to reframe it. So what are the boards actually buying? Well, Capgemini's Chief Strategy Officer, Fernando Alvarez, was interviewed in Fortune. He said boards still prefer advice from firms like McKinsey over ChatGPT, and he called this moment probably the best opportunity I've seen in the history of technology. AI models are becoming a commodity. Anyone can buy a Claude or a ChatGPT subscription. What they cannot buy off the shelf is someone who understands their pharmaceutical manufacturing line, their fast fashion logistics, or their public sector procurement rules. As Alvarez puts it, the conversation clients want to have is not about how many agents you can spin up. It is, do you have the domain expertise to understand my problem? And that's the same point I've been making on this podcast about domain expertise AI and why I am building govcoms.ai. So what does it mean if you're a consultant and I'm got my hand up here, I'm in that group? Well, if your work involves analysis, research, drafting or building presentations, the bottom rung of that ladder is being pulled out. PwC plans to cut US entry-level hiring by about a third over the next 3 years. EY has delayed graduate start dates 3 years running in parts of its advisory business. And graduate accounting roles in the UK have fallen sharply year on year. Accenture is cutting roles while mandating AI fluency for promotion. McKinsey itself published research estimating that current AI technology could, in theory, automate around half of US work hours. And so that's the technical potential, not the jobs lost. Independent forecasts put the likely job loss figures closer to 6% by 2030, around 10 million roles, with another sizable share of jobs heavily augmented. So together they tell us the disruption is real, but it's not a cliff. So the question is not, will AI replace me? It is, what part of your work is the model already doing and what part is genuinely yours? Your judgment, your accountability and your relationships, your knowledge of the sector, your stakeholders, your political policy context, all the things AI cannot replicate. But these are the things the consulting firms have just been paid handsomely to provide. You could say it's the perfect coming together of technology and knowledge. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategy, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organisation. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie, or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know, and I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI 6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.